Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the Bambu Lab X1 Carbon X1 heat and block replacement. Sometimes, you have 3D printer problems. When you're trying to use your 3D printer and you go to print and either nothing happens or there's a clog in it or just everyday stuff. There's always going to be something. But the good news is the good people at Bambu thought about this already and they have provided you with a replacement kit. So this particular Hotend or Nozzle replacement comes with the heater block, comes with everything you need to replace it with the X1 Carbon. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do is just take off the cover. Once we take off the cover, there'll be 2 screws here. 1 screw here, 1 screw here. Okay, so first we're gonna start with the screws. First, you're gonna stick it in. You're gonna use the provided Allen key that came with the device. If you don't have that one, you can just go get a replacement. But what we're gonna do is just unscrew. So it should look like this. Once you remove the 2 screws, let's go ahead and remove our connectors. Okay, so when removing our connectors, it's important to note that we don't want to remove this one with the glue. So it's just going to be 1, 2, and this one under here, 3. If you can see that, it's right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to doing that. So there's a little notch up top. You can just lightly pull this, and it should just come right out like that. We're going to take the next one out as well. It's the same kind of concept. You just lightly pull it, not too much force, and it should just come right out. Okay, now we have the third one. We're just going to go ahead and do the same concept, lightly snug on it. It should just come right out. Okay, now that our screws are out, which were here, and our connectors are off, we're going to go ahead and just unwrap this. There's a little notch here. We're just gonna move these things from around the notch. And we're gonna go ahead, once we know that those are out the notch, just go ahead and give the nozzle a little pull. So now that we've taken it apart, we can kind of see where our problem lies at in the first place. It looks like this nozzle's pretty well jammed up, and that's what was causing the problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to replacing our brand new one that's not clogged up. As you can see, that's nice and open. It's real simple. You see these 2 holes right here? There's 2 holes right here. I'm gonna go ahead and just move the wires to the side. And we're gonna just push that back in there just like it was before. Okay, now that our heater block is in, we're gonna go ahead and just take our wires now and just put them back around the notch that we took them off before. I find that it's easy just to do a little bit of nail work and just smooth it out around. Okay. Pretty simple. Okay, now that we have our wires in our notch and our heater block in, we can go ahead and start doing the connection. I like to start with the first one. You can start whichever one that makes you more comfortable. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and plug this first one into the slot there. Be a little tricky, takes a little arm magic, but you can get it in there. All right, that's number 1. Okay, so next we're gonna just connect our black wire, same kind of concept. We're gonna grab it, we're gonna stick it into this slot right here, and we're gonna give it a little push. It should just snap right in. Okay, great. Now that we're down to our last wire, we're gonna do the same thing, which is gonna be this one. We're gonna grab it, we're gonna angle it in there, and then we're gonna give it a little push, and it should just fit right in there. Okay, folks, we're getting down to our last couple of items that we gotta do, which is the screws that we took out before. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start screwing those screws in. Once again, that's gonna be right here, 1 and 2. Okay, now that we got all our connectors connected and we have our 2 screws screwed, which is 1, 2, this connector here, this connector here, and this connector there. We can go ahead and put back on our cover now. Now that we got everything put back together, let's go ahead and see if we can print. I'm pretty confident we can, being that the nozzle was pretty well jammed up and wouldn't come out. All right, looks like we're back in business. The nozzle replacement did do the trick in this particular case, and we're back to printing. Okay, folks, we were able to find what the problem was, which was this filament was stuck pretty well inside the nozzle. We were able to find a resolution as well, which was to replace it with the replacement nozzle kit that we ordered on Amazon. Thank you for checking out Maker's Edge Studio.